Hi everyone. So I have a really fun holiday project to share with you today. We are going to make these great Christmas characters pocket tags using some products by Sugar Pea Designs. And I just adore these little characters. We're going to make a snowman, a little Santa, and a reindeer. You can also make a penguin or an elf using the same die set. And you're going to need both of these dies to complete this project. So you'll need this die, which is the floral pocket tag die. So this is the base die that we're going to use to just create the little pocket that we are going to sit our little Christmas characters on top of. And then this is the Christmas characters add-on that you can use to make a Santa, a snowman, an elf, a reindeer, or a little penguin. We're going to make 3 of those in this video today. So let's get started working on our first Christmas characters pocket tag. So I cut out all of the pieces ahead of time just to save some time. And the first thing we're going to do is take this little face piece, and I cut it out of just plain Neenah Solar White cardstock, and we're going to color it in with an E00 marker. And I tried to limit the amount of coloring that I did for these Christmas pocket tags, but what I found is that there really isn't a good cardstock that gives you the appearance of real skin. I find that they're either too pink or too peachy. So usually whenever I need to do a flesh tone for a die cut character like this, I usually will just use my Copic markers. So next, after we finish coloring in the little face and the nose piece, then we're going to take the beard, and I cut out some tonic specialty paper. I think this is in the Snow White specialty paper, and I just attached it to another piece of Neenah Solar White cardstock that I cut the beard out of, just so that it was nice and stable and firm. And then I just added that to the face, and then we're going to put the hat together, and I used some white glitter cardstock for the little fluffy part around Santa's hat, as well as the little pom-pom right there. And instead of just using plain cardstock for our little pieces, I thought it would be fun to use some pattern paper. So the pattern paper that I'm using in this video is the Lawn Fawn Christmas Rainbow paper pack that I think was released last year. But I think any pattern paper that you have at home would work just as well if it's part of a set, so that everything can kind of be matchy-matchy. I just happened to grab for the Lawn Fawn Christmas Rainbow paper pack. Now, one thing that I love about this die set is that you can create the appearance of little googly eyes. So you have these little dots in varying sizes that you can use to cut out the little white part of the eye, as well as the colored part of the eye, and then you layer them on top of each other. It gives you a great little googly eye look. There are little cheeks for Santa as well that I just glued on. And then this is the pocket tag, and I'm going to use a sentiment from Simon Says stamp. These are the tabbed sentiments, and they had a number of sayings that I thought worked really, really well with these pocket tags. This one says, "Santa is so good to me," and I thought that that was cute. It's perfect for a little gift card holder. We are going to put a gift card inside this little pocket tag in a second. And now let's take some time to assemble our tag. So I'm going to take my bone folder, just make sure that crease is nice and good, or nice and creased. And then I'm going to do the same with these 2 little tabs. And those are the tabs we're going to apply adhesive to. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch score tape here on both of those little flaps. And then you just fold them inwards and attach it to the other side, which I'll show you how we do that in a second. And so I'm just flipping it over, folding them both in, and then you just press down. And there you have it. You have a little pocket tag. So now we're going to flip that over and start assembling our little Christmas character. So I wanted Santa to have a red outfit, so I'm just taking a piece of red pattern paper and covering the back of the pocket tag with that red paper. I have some red and white twine that I think is really nice for a Christmas gift tag, so I'm just going to thread that through the loop. And then we're just going to tie it off like that. And now we can add Santa's face to the back of the tag. So I'm just taking my liquid adhesive And then we're just going to press that down on the back of the tag. And I just love how adorable this is looking. And now we can add the belts for Santa that I cut out of some black glitter cardstock. And then also we're going to add a gold belt buckle that I cut out of some gold metallic cardstock. I'm going to center that right in the center of the belt, and now the front is complete. So let's turn it around, and now it's time to add the gift card to our little pocket tag. So just have the Starbucks gift card, and you see the gift card slides in very nicely into that pocket. And then you have this great little gift card holder that can also double as a gift tag as well. And I just think that is so adorable. All right, so now let's make a snowman. So you can also make a snowman using the pieces that are included in the Christmas characters die set. So we're just going to do the same thing that we did before in assembling the tag, except this time we're going to assemble our tag out of white cardstock. This is Nina Solar White, 110 pound cardstock. And I'm just applying the score tape just like before. And I always run my bone folder across the score tape because I find it makes it stick better so that the tape doesn't come up when you're trying to peel off the backing. And just to decorate this up, we are going to add a little piece of pattern paper onto the triangular part of our little pocket tag. And we're just going to add that just like this, just right over top. And this also is part of that Lawn Fawn Christmas Rainbow paper pack. And the sentiment is from the Simon Says Stamps sentiments that I showed earlier. It says happiest of holidays. And then we're going to add a little sprig of holly. And the holly is included in the Christmas characters die set, as are these little berries. And now I think the back of our tag is decorated nicely. So now we can start working on the front. So our little snowman is going to be wearing this little winter hat, and just like Santa, it's going to have a little glitter rim around the bottom of the hat. And then I'm just threading some sky blue twine through the top of the pocket tag holder, and then we can adhere the hat right over top like that. Press down a little bit, make sure it's sticking well. And now we're going to add a little carrot nose, and I cut this out of some orange cardstock. And then we're going to add the little pom-pom to the end of the hat. I forgot to do that before. And for the eyes, we're going to do the same type of eye that we did for Santa. So we're going to take these little medium circle die cuts, and then we're going to add the little black dots on top of that just to make it look like they're little googly eyes. And as you can see, our little snowman is starting to come to life. Now we're going to give him a little scarf. And there are two pieces in the die set to make the scarf. So you have the piece that goes across, and then this little flap that hangs down. And then we're going to decorate his scarf with a little piece of holly, and then add some berries on top of that as well. And then at this point, I thought he needed a little bit more decorating, but I didn't kind of know what more to put on the front. So I thought maybe we could jazz it up by just adding a little bit of detailing to the nose with some Copic marker. So I'm just taking my YR09 and adding in those little ridges that you see on carrots sometimes. And then I'm just blending all of that in with a YR02. And then we're going to do a little shading on the berries too with an R39 around the edges of the berry. And then going to go over everything with an R08. And I think that gives it a little special something, just so he looks a little bit fancy. And then I'm going to put some white Blizzard Nuvo drops over top of the berries. And they're going to dry a little bit more clear. Take a look at the photos at the beginning and end of this video to see what the berries look like. And then I just added some glitter over top of the leaves. And as you can see, a little gift card fits in this pocket as well. And so that's our little snowman. Okay, next we're going to work on a reindeer. And for the reindeer, I cut the pocket tag out of some medium brown cardstock. I think this one is Paper Bag by Lawn Fawn. It's probably one of my favorite medium brown cardstocks. I'm adding the adhesive just like before along the edges and going over it with my bone folder just to make sure the tape is stuck all the way down. And then I'm going to peel it off with my fingers this time and then just attach it to the back of the tag. And now we have our little pocket. I'm using some green and white twine for this tag. And I'm going to turn it over, and now we can start decorating with our little reindeer elements. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little belly. So this is the little white fluffy belly. That is a die cut in the kit, and I cut it out of ivory cardstock, and I'm just going to apply that to the bottom there of our tag. And then we're going to take the little hat that I cut out of some green polka dot pattern paper, and I added the glitter cardstock for the rim as well. And then this is a little face on the reindeer, that little oval part that I cut out of ivory cardstock. And now I'm going to add the little pom-pom to the end with some glitter cardstock. And that looks good. And this reindeer is going to be a Rudolph, so we're going to give him a red nose. So I just cut one of the medium circles out of red cardstock. And then I thought just to make it the nose protrude a little bit that I would layer another little red circle on top of that. And that looks good to me. And now it's time to add the eyes. So I'm taking those little medium circles and I'm just setting them so they're like half on, half off the little snout part of the reindeer. And then we have our little black dots to make the googly eyes, and our reindeer is starting to come to life. And now it's time to add his ears. So for the ears, I took 3 different pieces from the die set. I think that it would be fine just to leave the ears like this, but I want to go a little bit further and add the little pink inside to the ear. So I'm just cutting a medium brown piece of cardstock to make a little rim around that little pink ear. You could also use that ear for the elf if you make the elf. I think that's what they're intended for. But I just thought it would be cute to add it as some more detail to the little reindeer's ears. And now we're going to add the little antlers, and I'm just going to attach them to the back of the hat. And I cut the antlers out of some dark brown cardstock. I actually think it's Lawn Fawn, the dark brown wood grain cardstock. But I think any dark brown cardstock would work fine there. And we're going to give our little reindeer a scarf, just like our little snowman had. And we're going to arrange it on the opposite side this time, and also decorate our little scarf with a piece of holly. And I'm just going to add the berries using my crystal katana there just to help me pick up those small little pieces, make them easier to handle. And then we're going to add a 3rd berry over top. And that's it. So that is our little Rudolph. And now we're going to add the little sentiment to the back of the pocket die or pocket tag. It says Rudolph sends his love. This is probably my favorite tag out of the 3 that we've made so far. I just can't wait to include this little gift card tag to one of the gifts that I give to someone this Christmas. And I added some glossy accents over Rudolph's nose just to make it shiny and to make it glow. And then a little bit of glitter over the holly berries. And that's it. So there is our little Rudolph gift card holder. I just love that. And let's take one last look at the other 2 gift card holders that we made. Here's our little snowman. And then in a second, we're going to take a look at Santa. And don't forget, you can also make a penguin or an elf using the same die set if you choose. That's all I have for you today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you give these little gift tags a try, and I will see you again soon in the next video.